What's up, money growers? So, got a video today I want to talk to you guys about getting credit cards with Chase and how I was able to get 4 credit cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 with Chase in 1 year. So I was actually pretty fortunate the way this worked out for me, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows because it kind of bit me in the ass later, right? So we're gonna talk about that. So I'll tell you guys little backstory, how I got these cards, limits I got, when I got them, how far apart, and then how it at least temporarily has bit me in the ass getting all these cards with Chase. So everyone knows, everyone who's like, unless you're brand new to credit, pretty much everyone knows when you're looking at applying for credit cards and that kind of thing about Chase's whole like 524 rule, and people call it like 524 jail. And, it just limits your ability to access different credit cards, right? So if you've got numerous credit cards with, Discover, with American Express, or with Wells Fargo or Navy Federal or whoever, and you have more than 5 new credit cards in 2 years, so 24 months, that's the whole thing. 5 credit cards, 2 years, 24 months. That's where the 5/24 comes from. Then Chase is like very likely to just deny your application for a credit card. Now, it's not a guarantee. It just kind of depends on the situation, right? Maybe if you're right at 524 or you've gotten 6 cards in 24 months, you may have a better chance. If maybe your income is high, your credit score is good. If you bank with them, things like that could potentially help. If you're at 1024, then you might be shit out of luck. So I was fortunate in this regard, I guess. Well, kind of fortunate, but also long term not, because I used to have 2 credit cards that I had years ago, and I cut both those up. Did the whole Dave Ramsey thing, right? The whole Dave Ramsey cut up your credit cards, get out of debt thing about 5 or so years ago. And I had an Amazon card and a Wells Fargo one. And the Wells Fargo one, I just used to use it to pay my gym membership, and that was it. And then the Amazon one, I hardly used at all. And they actually, I think, deactivated it because I didn't use it. So I ended up closing both those out, which kind of screwed the age of my credit. So for several years, for about 5 years, I went without a single credit card. I just used cash for everything. And when I started again with getting credit cards, I got one. Actually, it was at Sam's Club is where I got it, because I grocery shop there quite a bit. I'll get gas from there, so I liked it. It was also my membership card, so it was 2 in 1, and I got 5% cash back on gas. Not just Sam's Club, but anywhere that accepts MasterCard. So I'll get cash back on gas, and I'll get, and it's also my membership card. I shop there anyway. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just get this card, and I'll start, using credit cards again and becoming more active in that realm of the financial world. So I get that card. And then about 3 months later, so I got that November 2020. Then a few months later, it was like February, I applied for the Southwest Rapid Rewards. So here's my Southwest Rapid Rewards card that I got. And I just applied for this because I typically fly Southwest when I go on flights. When I take flights, I go on different trips. I usually check Southwest first, and if for some reason it seems too pricey, then I'll just start checking around other places. So I got that just because I'm like, okay, it's I think $69 annual fee. I think you get double the points when you book them with the card. So all right, I'll get this Southwest card. When I actually applied for this, I did not even know that it was in a partnership with Chase. I did not know that. So I got this card, and then I was learning. I'd been learning about credit already, and I knew some already. But as I'm digging more and more, and I find out about Chase and their 524 rule. So I'm like, dude, I'm under that 524 mark, so I should take advantage of apply for some Chase cards. And I had just also moved my business account and personal account to Chase from Wells Fargo. I did a video on that, why I left Wells Fargo. So did that in February, and then March, April. Then in April, I think it was, I went and applied for the Sapphire Preferred, and I got that. And so I was able to get this card. I applied for this in the branch. The Southwest card I applied online. So I applied for this in the branch. I got a $4,000 limit or $4,300 limit with the Southwest card, $8,400 limit with the Sapphire Preferred. So I was like, wow, that's a big jump. And then a couple months later, went back and applied again and got the Freedom Unlimited, which is going to cover this up here because they put all these numbers on the front, and got the Freedom Unlimited card. So I applied for this, was able to get approved for this one. I don't know if I think I did this one in the branch. I don't remember exactly. And then got approved for $4,000 limit for that. So I was actually going to be the lowest of all of these cards. So I was a little surprised that my last one was $8,400 and I got approved, but it was only for $4,000 on this one. So $4,300, $8,400, now $4,000. And I was hitting the sign-up bonus on all of these. So I'll do a separate video later about all the cash back and stuff I got this year. A lot of it from Chase cards through cash back, bonus offers, redeeming points, that kind of thing. So I got several $1,000s back this year from cash back and rewards. So that was what I did for the Freedom Unlimited. That was like, I got the Freedom Unlimited like late May, early June, right around there. So we're talking each of these first 3 cards are like 2 months apart, like or less. I got them all pretty close in time, which I was a little surprised I was able to get approved for that because I was worried that my credit history was going to be too short. But apparently it wasn't a big deal. And then I waited all the way to like September. Then I applied for the Chase Freedom Flex, which I got right here. Let me cover these numbers again. So I got the Freedom Flex card here, and I did a video unboxing this one. $8,900 limit on this one, so $8,900. And this is the one I also did a video on because I wasn't sure if I even was going to get approved. Because when I applied for this, I did it online because they couldn't. I went in the branch, but they were doing an actual in-branch offer where the normal offer on this card, the sign-up bonus, if you spend $500 in 90 days, they'll give you $200 cash back. So that's 40% return on spend. Is pretty good. But in the branch, they were doing a special where you got, if you spend 590 days, you got $250 cash back. So you were going to be getting, 50%, well, no, $50 more. So, I mean, you're getting now 50% return on spend. So you're getting 25% more cash back. But in the branch, they were having all these technical issues. So I'm like, screw it. Like, I'm just going to go apply online at home. That's what I did. I got a message saying they would reply to me within 30 days or something. And when the research I did online said that message is like, you're dead. If you get that message, you're not getting approved. So I actually called my banker, asked her. She's like, no, she goes, that's not always the case. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I just called into Chase one day, probably about a week later, I'm going to guess, and just said, like, hey, I'm calling about my card to see the status of the application. And all they needed to do was just like, I think an address verification or something. And then I got approved for this. So then I got the Freedom Flex. So that's how I got 4 in this 1 year. So I was able to get 4 credit cards in 1 year with Chase. And it said part of it was just fortunate in terms of timing of the fact that, I didn't have like 12 credit cards already from 4 or 5 different companies and that kind of thing where you're kind of screwed. So in that regard, I was fortunate. So if you're brand new in your credit journey, you may want to just go to Chase and apply for some of their cards before, because Chase is arguably one of the strictest when it comes to issuing cards and how many they will give out and the guidelines they have and all that kind of stuff. Now, the part where this kind of like bit me in the ass was at the end of 2021, I applied for a business credit card with Chase. That's who I have my business account with. So I'm going in there because my banker had told me that the 524 rule does not apply to business credit. Now I knew that they would hard pull your personal credit for like your first business credit card. Then you can start building business credit from there. So I didn't think it was going to make much of a difference how many cards I already had. So I actually applied online for the business credit card. I was like, okay, let me see how this goes. So I applied online, and after a few days, didn't hear anything because they said they needed more time to verify. That was the message I got. So then I called in probably several days later, found out that I'd been denied. And I was like, what? They denied me for the business credit card? I'm like, my business is with Chase. Like, I've already got 4 personal credit cards with them. Like, they don't want me to have a business credit card? And then I had called back a couple other times, spent like between the calls over an hour on hold, never got to talk to anyone. So I said, screw it. I just went into the branch. I made an appointment at a local branch here in Las Vegas where I live. Went in there, spoke to the banker there, and she sat on hold for me on the phone. They don't have any way to access any people over the phone faster than we do. So she's like, hey, you can go home. I'll just let you know when they pick up and what they say. So she called me after I came home and told me that they declined the reconsideration because they said I had too many hard inquiries. And I was like, well, that's weird. I'm like, I'm right. I've got 5 cards. Like I've one I got, the first one I got, the Sam's Club, that was a hard pull on experience. So I got approved for that. These 4 from Chase were all on Experian as well. All 4 of these were a hard pull from Experian with Chase. And then I got one Navy Federal credit card, which is a hard pull from TransUnion, the flagship card. So I'm like, okay, well, there's 5 new credit cards on my Experian account. So I'm right at the 524 right at the 5 credit cards in 24 years. But I haven't gone over the 5. Like, this is business credit. It's not the same as personal credit. So I was kind of surprised to get that response from them. So the banker told me, the lady goes, oh, yeah, well, if you want to wait till those other inquiries fall off your credit report. I was like, I'm not waiting another year plus to start building business credit. I was like, fuck no. I'm not going to wait that long to get my first business card and start building business credit when I have a business that's been making me money for several years. I'm like, no. So the banker, she was like, hey, she goes, maybe just wait 3 months and try again. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try that. So maybe I'll just go to another bank, open up a business account with them, use it for savings or something and start getting credit cards through them. So who knows, might even go back to Wells Fargo, just open a business account, who knows, right? But that's where it's at with Chase. So I was able to get 4 personal credit cards in 1 year. That was cool, that was great. I'm happy with the amount of personal credit cards with them I have. But then when it came to the business side, kind of bit me in the ass and kind of hurt me on that. So, apparently the personal side, the whole 524 thing can impact the business side as well. So if any of you have happened to you, I'd love to hear about it, because it happened to me and it kind of surprised me. So, I mean, fortunately, like in the world of credit and the world of finance, there's still plenty of other options. It's not the end of the world by any means. It is kind of annoying, but there's other options, and there's, usually other avenues and other ways to work around and, just try to get the results you want if you don't get the result initially the first time. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful to you, gave you some insight, was able to teach you something new that maybe you didn't know already. So please subscribe, and until next time, keep growing your money.